Hello and welcome back. This is Jacob with the next epilogue for the Nearl Light event. So, same thing as before. I will narrate, I will do character voices, and we're gonna just enjoy the story. This one is, as the picture might tell, mostly centered around the Pinus Sylvestris Club. And, well, their enjoyment of Rhode Island, and it's one hell of a entry, I would say. Anyway, let's begin then. This is epilogue number 2, titled Choice, and the description reads as follows. After the first rays of dawn, the Pinus Sylvestris Knightclub will make their own choices, and of course, others will do the same. But as for which choices are correct, whether now or in the future, it is all up in the air. Let's begin. So, do we all have to go to that Rhode Island place for treatment? You don't have to go, you get to go. Just because you're used to living with oripathy doesn't make it less dangerous. No matter how many things we still have to do, if our bodies fall apart first, what good are all those ideas? Well, you have a point. I sure do. Take care of yourselves. It's been a while since we've gotten any serious oripathy treatment. We Knights aren't the only ones affected either. There are still so many ordinary workers, farmers and civilians with us, and we can't force them to suffer through oripathy. We can't let what happened to Jamie happen to anyone else. Right. Whew. Sona? Oh, Ashley, what's up? We talked to that circus medic, Hibiscus. Rhode Island has to leave the Grand Knight territory this afternoon. We have a lot of people with us, so we need to get ready ASAP. Alright, Justina and Ivona should be reaching out to the rest of the infected who can still be contacted. The Armorless Union and the General Chamber of Commerce really plan on giving up, huh? If what we learned is true, they should be a bit tied up right now with their own problems. And besides, Rhode Island is still under the protection of the Adeptus Prohibitively, at least for now. They're safe. What's you staring at me for? What did Toland say to you? Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden? Ever since the two of you went to that village outside the Grand Knight territory, you were like a completely different person. Those villagers on the outskirts of the Grand Knight territory were established over the last few years in conjunction with the Cavalierchi Alliance. They should be anyone out there except for a bunch of ordinary farmers. I doubt the bounty hunters have a foothold out there, so he must have had some other purpose. He entrusted us with a single task. Concerning Casimir's, this country, the infected, and all of us. Why didn't you tell me then? Honestly, I'm not sure why myself. It's been on my mind this whole time, though I'd tell everybody about it once I sorted things through in my own head. Are you mad at me? Then just come out with it. Isn't that what you once said to me? You don't even know how fidgety Greenatty has been the last few days. I kept having to tell her everything is fine. No one here asked you to carry everything on your own, Sona. Sorry. So, what's eating you up? If what we're about to do next is at odds with the purpose we had when establishing Pinus Sylvestris, what would you do then? What does that mean? If we're no longer just fighting against the corrupted knights, against the KGCC, no longer solely fighting for the benefit of the affected. If we have to tolerate the discrimination against the infected, join hands with former enemies, choose our fights carefully. If we have to completely change ourselves. If we have to indefinitely set aside the peaceful lives just in front of our eyes and leap into the fire again, what would you do? What's with all these questions out of the blue? I'm not good with the philosophical stuff. What's the difference? how about you answer your own question? As an infected, as a knight, I believe that we should strive to do more, although right now, I don't know. But as Sona, this isn't how I want to leave you all. Still, I'd rather force you down a path you never intended to take. And beyond that, nobody even knows where this path will lead. Sona, I've seen you lost in thought a whole bunch recently, and it's made all of us uneasy. But I hope you understand one thing. Pinus Sylvestris may be the name of a nightclub, but we all know that even if we're knights, we also aren't really knights. Whether you're coming to us as a knight, as an infected, as a Zalak, or even as just regular old Sona, you can always talk to us. Ashley. And you'll get the same answer every time. We're not splitting up. To be honest, after everything we've been through, I don't think there are any infected in the nightclub who strictly identify as knights. Of course, those who want to leave and pursue ordinary lifestyles will help them as well. But that lifestyle isn't for us, not the four of us. That's right. If we were as mercenaries as those guys, I would have waited all those years for nothing. What are you waiting for? For a storm, so I can become the lightning. If you like lightning that much, you should just paint your armor gold. Wow! Great idea! Now that you've all made your feelings clear, let's focus on the issue in front of us. Let's get the infected over to Rhode Island. No rest till everyone's on board. We're going to set sail soon. Flametail, not everyone made it to the roll call. They must have been captured by patrolling knights. Huh? Didn't they make everyone legal? Why are the knights still arresting people? I don't know. They said they're not releasing anyone without a ransom. Corrupted nobles in need of some discipline. Sona. I know. Tell the others to keep the plan and report to Rhode Island. We need to act fast. Alright, what about you? We're gonna do what we've always done. Hibiscus, all these people. I knew what was coming, but actually seeing this many at once makes me wonder if we actually have the capacity. It'll be fine. Doctor got some help from Mr. Malkiewicz. Oh, right, Amia. I heard we were planning to open a new office in the Grand Knight territory? Yes. With how many infected knights there are, we can't keep them all on Rhode Island forever. Plus, there are still those infected who we can't take care of, who still need a way out. When the time is right, Pinus Sylvestris will help us establish an office. Oh, nice. They've even got to see their homes again. Was this that Flametail Knight's idea? Not entirely. The doctor also pitched in. Oh, I really wanted to meet Flametail Knight. I heard she's done so many amazing things. Amia, do you know why she isn't here yet? Huh? Now that you mention it, she was supposed to be here by now. Amia, Hibiscus, it's time to go. Oh, okay. Shining, have you seen those knights from Pinus Sylvestris? From what the infected knights told me, they stayed behind to help some infected who were being harassed by knight nobles, and were unable to catch up with the rest of the team. Then we need to go back them up. Until we leave this country's borders, Casimir's will continue to keep a close eye on us. Even now, dozens of campaign knights are waiting for our foreign enterprise to leave the Grand Knight territory. But sorry, I let my emotions get the better of me and I got into a fight with that knight noble. Don't worry about that for now. Even if you had not reacted, they wouldn't have found some excuse to torment you. Just grit your teeth and run. Sona, we have got company, not the knight nobles. It's an armorless union. They're tailing us from both sides, up on the roofs. Aha, perfect. I was just about to feel guilty for not leaving them a parting gift. That makes two of us. No, we have to keep moving and get to Rhode Island as soon as we can. We mustn't cause trouble for them. Sona? The Radiant Knight. The Radiant Knight! A pillar of light? That must be Nearl, right? Yes, no doubt about it. None at all. Shining. Ah! Look at that red-tailed Zalek running towards us! Is that the Pinus Sylvestris Knightclub? Huh? Huh? Isn't the boarding ramp the other side though? Sorry I'm late, Miss Amiya. Gangway, we're jumping! We're jumping! Wait, what? Are they actually going to... We're actually doing this? Whoa, that felt like a real hero's entrance right out of an all. Haha, piece of cake! I would have brought my shield with me if I knew this was going to happen. Sorry for dropping in unannounced. It's fine. Long time no see, little knight. Well, it wasn't that long ago. Sona? In the flesh. How have you been, Amiya? Should we get everyone introduced? Good morning, Mr. Cherney. Why the formal wear today? Are you finally heading back to the city? A very distinguished guest will be paying me a visit today. I've waited a long time for him. Oh, what kind of guest? Is he also from the city? He's a former colleague. I see. I won't bother you anymore then. Just make sure to fetch the water before the sun goes down. I will. I am also very curious what he's like now. The last time we met, he was still a helpless little pen pusher. So wishy-washy that he couldn't even speak up for himself. Didn't even have a single decent suit. But now... You've changed so much, Malkiewicz. Mr. Charney? Come in. I know you must have a lot of questions. What? Are you surprised that my house is so run down? The thing that surprises me more is how well you seem to have adapted to this life. I'm sure that one day the number of people in high positions solely because of their birth will become fewer and fewer. Just look at your tone of voice now, Malkiewicz. You're more qualified for your job than I ever could have imagined. Congratulations. Before I found work at the Grand Knight territory, I was just the son of a winery worker. That's quite different from what was on the resume you left in your office. Oh, you even did your homework on me. See, Malkiewicz? I have a good eye for talent. You are in peril and you are powerless within the KGCC, but you still managed to track me down and find my home, even after I completely changed my identity. You found me, Malkiewicz. I can hardly recognize you anymore. If you're going to be uncomfortable, at least try not to show it. It's bad for negotiations. I am a branded criminal and you... Well, the fact that you've come before me today without a completely new face means that you've risen through the ranks since the end of the Major. Come, let us toast to your promotion. Mr. Charney, your exile was unjust. Oh, you didn't come here just to tell me that. The fact that you know the truth about how I was treated means that the people who told you this truth wanted something from you. If I was in their position, I surely would have wanted Charney dead. I'm not doing that. Why? That goes against my principles. Principles, Do you not realize the person standing before me, speaking so confidently of principles, was a pauper who couldn't even put food on the table just a few months ago? Face it, Malkievich, you've already embraced this society. Sooner or later, you'll join its chosen. Quite a nice aroma to those 2 cups of wine. But I don't think you should have to lose your life. Platinum of the Armorless Union was just as naive and innocent as you, which is why I have my life. Of course, I think she only spared me out of convenience. My family chose not to accompany me to this little village, instead continuing their comfortable lives in the Grand Knight territory. They divided up my assets, the Iranian Knight became the champion, and Charney became a criminal. In fact, I can never break the shackles of public perception. It proves I never misjudged Casimir's. It is what it is. Come, Malkievich. This bottle of brandy was given to me by a former employee who I had promoted. He secretly sent someone to deliver this to me after learning that I was still alive. Despite that, though, he still looted my ill-gotten bribes. I had to pretend not to see that the necklace he was wearing came from my collection. And this glass is poisoned. But don't worry, I only just slipped in the drug. As long as you don't drink it, nothing bad will happen. What's the meaning of this? Help yourself to a glass. I'll take the other one. No, this is ridiculous. I'll be taking my leave. Of course you can leave, Malkievich, but the end result will be the same. Oh, and don't try to throw out the wine either. Wine is very precious, but poison is plentiful. Why are you forcing me to do this? I don't understand. We only just met by chance during the major. Why? Malkievich, have you really not figured it out yet? Cheers, Malkievich, to your continued ascendance and to my retirement. Cheers. Are you Mr. Charney's guest? Why are you here alone? What happened to him? What does Mr. Charney usually do around here? That's a story to be shared over dinner. The folks from the city sure know their stuff. Most of the time he is helping out the villagers plan their business, or teaching the kids how to read and write. What's wrong? Your face is all red. Did I say something to offend you? No, it's nothing. Oh, are you headed back then? Sorry to bother you. I won't give in. I won't become what you said, Mr. Charney. I'll fight to the bitter end. I swear it. And there we have it. This is the second intro, or at least it was the second intro that opened up for me. Well, there's a story of the grand entrance of Pinus Sylvestris on board of Rhode Island. What an entrance. And now we only have one more epilogue to go, so I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.